Hey Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to do your weekly reading for the first week of December. Starting with your first card here, receive. Receive and refine your thinking. That's the first card showing up here for you. Beautiful card of feminine energy. Whether you're a man or a woman, allow yourself to be open to the miracles that the universe has for you this week. They may come in different shapes and forms. They may be different to what you've been asking or expecting in prayer or, in desire. And it's still going to teach you a lot this week. Receiving in the way that the universe wants you to receive is going to open your perspective to more. Second card we have here is transparency. Tell the truth with kindness and intelligence this week. So it may be one of those weeks in which maybe there are conversations that are unexpected with someone in your environment or that have been suppressed for long enough, and you need to now have those conversations. Not only tell the truth, not only blurt it out, but make sure that you're doing so in a way that is kind to yourself, kind to them, um, and intelligent. Choose the right time, the right place, the right way to phrase what you need to phrase. But definitely don't hold back and definitely say what you need. Rediscover. Rediscover your zeal. Card number 40. Pay attention to, oh wow. For those of you who haven't known me all that much, I have 8 cats. And they are very difficult to control, if not impossible. So you're gonna hear them, you're gonna see them, you're gonna be a part of this. Sorry. All right, so your message is pay attention to the passion that you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, and your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Wow, that's beautiful. Love that. So follow what inspires you this week. Being inspired is being in spirit. Being inspired is allowing that energy to move through you as you. So follow where it leads this week. You may realize that you're suddenly obsessed with something super exciting that you want to do, or create, or explore, learn, a place you want to go to. Allow yourself to really indulge in learning that about yourself. All right, so the first card that we have here from the tarot is the Two of Wands. So you are already in the right path, Cancer, okay? You have already made choices that have brought you here, and you're already in the right path. You are already going for the goals that make sense to you, doing it in the way that makes sense to you. You are in a process here with the strength of taming your lower desires and your own self-sabotage. So you know what you need to do. You know what you want. But choosing the right thing every time when you're faced with temptation could be a little bit hard, okay? This week and in general, I feel like you're going through that process. But know that you are capable of taming all of your lowest desires and choosing your higher desires instead. But there needs to be awareness of both. So let's say that you're trying to lose weight. You're trying to be more agile, more physically comfortable. Maybe you're hoping to wear different clothing, go different places that maybe right now it's difficult because of the weight. It is a matter of weighing your desires. And we mentioned this in a previous reading. I think it was for Gemini. So you can check out that one if you haven't, because we talk about focusing on what matters and what we want the most as opposed to what we want right now. Desires that are high allow us to focus on what we want most, carrying us forward into goals like freedom and expansion and joy and all of these things, right? But when we listen to our lower desires, what I want right now, they tend to be more of the flesh, if that makes sense. More of temptations, cravings, desires for basically feeling more comfortable in the present moment as we experience life. And I think that Cancer, you are going through, in general, a process in your life in which, in many areas of your life, you are learning to tame that beast, right? You're learning to put those lowest desires on hold, and instead of choosing instant gratification, choosing what you really want most on a long term as a real goal. And I think that you're doing wonderful with this, Cancer. You're already in the right path. So honor that and receive the blessings and my congratulations for the process that you have already made. Now, we have here for this week, you're entering the week in the energy of the Fool. So the Fool is a card that is packed with inspiration, so that is definitely consistent there. Lots of inspiration, so much so that you may be tempted to jump into something and not measure the risks, to maybe do something that is spontaneous, that is a little impulsive, that is not well thought out. So it is important for you to take your brain with you at the beginning of the week, because you're going to be tempted to be like, nah, it's okay. I'm just going to wing it and it's going to be fine. And Spirit is saying, I wouldn't, like try to actually be, it's like, yeah, follow your heart, get excited, take a leap of faith. But the least you can do is take a look at where you're gonna land, right? To make sure they're not like rocks underneath or something like that. Be protective of yourself in a way that it's not fearful, but it's just like common sense, right? Because it's a good way that we can avoid a lot of trouble. Sometimes when we're this excited in this full energy, it's like we almost don't want to consider the risks, because we feel like we're in this high of like, oh my god, this is so exciting, this is going so well, everything is gonna go well forever, always. And it almost feels annoying to like shift from a frequency of complete trust into one of like skepticism. But doing so in a way that is balanced is a way of self-love, and it is necessary apparently this week. So pay attention to that. Make sure that you take your brain with you as you follow your heart. Now, we have here that this week you are going to be very emotionally mature. Naturally, Cancer, this is you. Very connected to your emotions, very connected to your connections, and your intuition. For you, it is very normal to be in this energy of being very emotionally mature, but for other people, it may be a little new. Everyone is going through a different journey in life, and age is rarely reflecting, where we are at. So there may be people who are younger than you, who are more mature than you are, right? And how do we measure that? It's like so abstract. But there could be people you would expect to have that maturity because maybe they're older than you. Maybe they're authority figures, bosses, people who are very spiritual, religious, I don't know. And you may realize, well, just because of all of those things being true doesn't necessarily mean that they have that part covered. You do, though. So be patient and be compassionate with people who are still in the process of developing their emotional maturity. Sometimes emotional maturity honestly comes as a side effect of trauma sometimes. Sometimes there's people who have been through very difficult lives who are super mature when they're like kids, you know? And it's important to always be open to wisdom in whatever vessel it comes. Not because someone is younger or older means anything really. Not because someone is consider this or that means that their advice is any more valuable. If we are in a reality in which we trust that spirit speaks to us, then spirit can speak to us through whatever, whoever, animals, humans, kids, videos, readings, right? Songs. So it's a matter of receptivity, allowing yourself to be receptive, but also having patience and compassion with those who are clearly not there yet, and that's okay. Now, I see here that in your near future, maybe starting this weekend, you're going to start to see a lot of money coming in, Cancer. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the energy of the weekend. I see that you're going to be, because look at this card. She's resting. She's laying down. She's not actively working for those pentacles. Those pentacles are raining on her. So this week you may feel, especially by the weekend, that your past efforts are really paying off. And Spirit is saying, open yourself up to receive. Receive, receive, receive. Welcome all of this abundance and prosperity because you have most likely worked for it in the past. And now it's a time to enjoy. You are being represented here as the Ace of Swords. So you are a truth bringer. You are someone who brings the truth, brings clarity through word, spoken word, written word, communication in general. In your environment, there is someone here who's struggling. There is someone who's going through a lot of worry and anxiety. And the words that you speak have a way to heal this person, have a way of give this person hope. So use that power of your emotional maturity and your communication skills to help others if that is something that feels right for you. I feel like you have put in a lot of effort into something and you see so much prosperity, so much money, earnings, income, gifts coming in that I feel like in a way you're going to almost like exhale, relax, and be like, oh, thank goodness, like I'm safe now, or I get to work less now, or I figured it out, or I made it, or something like that. Because I feel in these two cards a sense of almost like an exhalation and just like a release of tension. I see that maybe where you're at right now is not necessarily where you always thought you would end up. Maybe it wasn't the initial choice, but in a way it was kind of like an answer from spirit. Like spirit offered you a detour or a different kind of plan or something that got you to a place of prosperity and abundance. They're telling you here to receive. It is going to be a very positive, very beautiful week. Let's get some messages about health. You're going to feel very passionate and excited to the point in which if you don't rest properly, if you don't make room for relaxation, you might be a little wired. You may feel this week like you're a little bit wired, anxious, like maybe excited and anxious about something exciting that's coming. It's like that feeling of being like wired but tired. So beware of that. Make sure that you're not over caffeinating yourself because you're gonna have plenty of like inner caffeine that comes from like excitement. So, you know, careful with that because I don't want you to get like overstimulated. Know that you can't help other people, but you cannot save other people. People need to get to that point themselves in which they choose to take the help and make the most out of it. So try not to, you know, make yourself feel responsible for someone else's failure, lack of focus, attitude. It's like you can't control them. It's as they say, you can take the horse to the fountain or whatever, but you can't make it drink or something like that. I probably butchered that, but something along those lines. And it's the same here. It's like allow yourself to enjoy your life, even if other people are not enjoying theirs. Okay, everyone is going in their own journey, and you have suffered plenty, Cancer. You have gone through so much in your life. When the light comes in, the happiness, the joy, the prosperity, the good health comes in, it's mandatory to enjoy it and be grateful for it, okay? Now, most important message from the whole reading. By the way, if this reading has been pleasant for you, if you have enjoyed this time, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you here. And since I've been focusing on YouTube tarot for Pisces for years and years, and I don't know you guys as much, I would love to know from what country you're watching. I really, really like that is very exciting to me. So as I go ahead and look for the message for this card, please comment below where are you from. I'm from Panama, by the way, next to Costa Rica. All right, so we have the peacock spirit. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outwards indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. So that's basically what they were saying about the emotional maturity, right? The cards. Not everyone is there. So have compassion for those who are not there, but have respect for everyone because we're all going in the same direction or trying to anyway. When this energy of the peacock is in balance, it is confident and kind. When it is out of balance, it can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on navel. All right, so that would be your message for this first week of December. I hope that you have a wonderful time, Cancer. This is lovely to see. Comment below. I want to connect. All right, I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.